Hey, good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday. Just blowing through this week so far, and getting closer to that Turkey Day. We also might be getting closer to the slower market days, and a lot of it, I think, has to do with just trying to get through this 470 on SPY. I think that might trigger a bigger flow of volume coming in before the holidays. Because if we don't get in over this 470, I think we're just going to stay choppy, like I said on Monday. We hit up 470 yesterday, and we still couldn't get past to 471 yet. So we are kind of kicking ourselves in the butt this morning by selling Lucid a little too early. But the thing with when you play these weeklies, they can just switch so fast on you, and that's what makes them so risky, especially the new traders that don't really know how decay works, and even when the price is still going up, the decay from the premium is making it not change in the price, so you're still losing money. So it's just it's real risky. So I usually don't like to play these, but I guess they should just pop this chart up now. Lucid went off, so we sold ours at 53 respectively. I mean, that's still a lot of good. It was a good profit. We went from 25 cents on that to I think it was $1.05 or $1.10. But I'm sure this premium is going to be worth a lot more this morning, as it neared up to $60 for Lucid. And a lot of people were not playing this one right, and it's not really their fault. It's lack thereof experience using these algorithms that they have as well, and that's just me, that I've just been using them for so long. And of course, I'm going to have a little more inside knowledge of how they work. So when it came to Lucid, it was pretty simple. It just never dropped. It never broke this area right here on Monday, right? So there was a little bit of volatility here and there, but it never broke through this deviation line. So I played it. Obviously there is that chance that it could have fell through ER, but I think that would have been a really bad move. And it would have broke this previous evaluation here at this $40. And it doesn't look like that's where Lucid wants to go right now. So, maybe there might be some take profit this morning, obviously, because it did the same thing, on November 8th, where it took profit in these upper deviated areas, and it could do the same thing again. So, right, that's the pattern that it likes to do. But again, it was just a simple mistake a lot of people make, and sometimes though is I wasn't really going against the group. I was just seeing what I saw best that fit my strategy, and sometimes you just have to go what works best for your strategy and not everyone else's. That's very important, right? This is not a peer pressure game. This is your own game. This is the one that you've designed, and it's your money on the line, and you make the decision on what direction you want to go, and that should never be, swayed by someone else. Now, I'm a devil's advocate by heart, so I will obviously give you my opinion on a particular, subject or if we're talking about stocks and whatnot, I might tell you that maybe it's not a good idea to get into a position, but I will never tell you to get out or in a position. So it's just a difference, it's a little bit of more maturity of just been in the game a little longer than some, and you just see certain things that maybe others don't see all the time. So end of rant. So Lucid went up like a rocket. Like I said, we already took profit, but I'm sure those premiums are going to be pretty high this morning. Back to SPY. So we're looking again. I have to always look at those previous rejections first, right? And it's this one right here at this 470.48, okay, which it kind of tested. It's already tested that once. Let me see if I had it. Okay, I got a whole bunch of lines here, but again, these lines are from the band, so I'm not like just making these up. Seen a couple crosses and stuff. Maybe something will happen today, and we'll push up to that 472. But I can still see that resistance, and I can't forget about it. And actually, you know what? Let me just remove these. Sorry, I'm a little scattered this morning, guys. Forgive me. So this level right here, let me just circle that. This is more of an education thing. So if you see a rejection here off the deviated area, and we have to just pay mind to that, and we'll throw a plot on there if it lets me. It never does when I'm doing live for whatever reason, like that. But anyways, so we'll do a plot right there, and you can tell that it just couldn't break that quite yet, right? That 470.58. So we still need to break this previous high, I guess, to get a bigger push for this new level up here at 473. Okay, that would make us bullish again. Right now, our resistance is like I said, around that 470. Even if I pop on the Nessies are saying the same. It's trying to hold support here at this 469. I would say, like, if we can't hold support really at 464, then we're gonna go lower into the 450s, and that would not be good before the holidays. But hey, it could happen. So that's what I got for SPY. There's a little over here at 467.2. So keep note of that. 467.88. That could be a level it might try to retest, and if it breaks that, then it's gonna go lower. All right. So let's see what we got on the menu. AMC. All right. So Boeing. Let's get through Boeing first. So Boeing's already moving up again. And let's just go back, rewind when this thing was only 200, and then it was struggling at 217, and now we're at another critical zone at the 230. 230 was a pretty tough level of resistance before, so this would be a level that I think needs to be. They're gonna reevaluate and see if they can push it up. What I mean reevaluate is the company or the hedge firms or whatnot are deciding if it's a more probable time to get into this entry. Is it safer? Is it going to run its own alpha, or is it going to run a beta? So there is you want to try to correlate as much as you can with the index, with SPY, so they don't want to lose people's attention and lose money if they go through if they get into this trade here and trying to get it to go up, and then people are pushing it down still, so they don't want to lose money here. So I think since our Nessie caught a level here at this 231.09, that's what we'll wait too. So we'll see if we can get past this 430 level again, over 230 level, over 231. Then we could probably get into the 234s, maybe the 240s like we were talking about before. So if you got into those 240s last week that we mentioned, kudos to you. I did not. I probably should have, but it is what it is. So 240s, anyways. Let's check out Apple. And these are just ones that hit my radar that have a possibility of maybe having a little pump up, a little pump pre-market, but also a nice little run for the day too. So Apple's one of those that we could see maybe 154, 153 today. We need to get over the 151, right? Reestablish that level again. And then when we get over that, then we can look at the 153, 154s, possibly 155s, but safe because we're getting shorter in the week, 153s, and we don't know how violent it could be next week or how slow it could be. So I'm just kind of thinking short term. You could go long term though, long term calls on Apple if you wanted. The 460s, or I'm sorry, why do I keep saying fours so much? 160s, 170s. But yeah, that's what I got for Apple. Anything under 150 is would be a sell. Or actually, 150 or 148. Those two levels right there. Anything under 148 would definitely be a sell. So you're gonna have a bigger sell reaction if it goes past 148. All right, PayPal. PayPal's already been taken off. Let's check out the bands here. Hold on. Let's check out these supports real quick. So 215.88. That's what it needs to hold, right? 201 is where it bounced off of, and it's been going for a bit now. So, it's possible pullback. We're looking at 213 or 213.76. If it breaks that, then PayPal is probably done. And just using this new Wave VFX. Yep, we have the new name for it. Just looking at the Wave VFX, we're seeing these green spikes right here are just signaling that like sellers might be entering this level. So we just have to pay mind to that, and we could see a rejection from PayPal. But again, let's see if they want to keep moving this up, and if they do, obviously I have a lot of levels on this right now, but if they do, we got more headroom, right? But if we don't, then we're going lower than previous. So PayPal needs to actually move up today. If we just move those lines 216, it gets over that, then we probably get up to those 240s. So 240 calls you could probably look at for PayPal if it stays above 216. Let's see how Disney looks, man. Oof. Disney's still struggling. And see, I will always check out these oversold stocks, and I'll keep checking on them to see where their level's at, because sometimes they just sneak off on you, right? They just take off, and you didn't have a chance to get in the entry. And then you're like, oh man, I wish I could have got into it. Well, this is like the same scenario like Boeing was. Think of that for a second, right? Just because it's not doing a lot of activity this week, if it's oversold, it's going to do some activity, right? So it's going to go up, and you're going to miss out on that. And then you're going to have that same, like, oh, I should have got into it kind of mentality, right? So with Disney, it's kind of the same thing for me, man. I'm looking for those longer out calls. I'm just waiting for the volatility or the IV to get a little healthier. And then once it does, then I'll get into those calls and I'll alert it to the group or whatnot. But yeah, so Disney currently, it's playing that range level I was telling you guys about, the 158s, to the 160s and stuff. So I'd say over 166, that would be a more confirmation of a bigger move. 160 pretty high though. Yeah, 166 would probably be a better confirmation. I mean, it might run up to 166 and reject, but 166 over that would be a bigger confirmation for the 180 calls and whatnot. So we just got to keep mindful of stuff like that when we see it. And currently right now we're kind of struggling at this 150, 160 range. If we get over that, then we can probably get into 166 weeklies if you want to play the weeklies. Still risky though. All right. I had VIX on here. Maybe there's a bounce showing up soon. On the 2 minute there is, but really, I would say over 2040, that would be a bigger confirmation that we might be pushing, up besides SPY going up today. So, actually, I just looked at this, and there's another one here that's also rendering a buy, and of course, because it's in the green, right? So there's a higher probability the price is going to go up. I would say a big confirmation would be over that 240, 250. And if it does that, then, we're going in the 24s. That means SPY is going down if that happens, right? So just be mindful. Always pay attention to the VIX, and just so you can know what SPY is going to do as well. And then last but not least, let's look at Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin did get some kind of event, some kind of news event or something that happened. But Bitcoin has already been overbought. You guys have to remember that. So there's going to be a lot of like similarities or correlated scenarios or something that happen where there's things that kind of correlate together, like news, and the price going up, or news and the price going down. But usually it's because the price was already evaluated for it being too high, so they had to sell it, to bring in new buyers, and that's just kind of the norm. And when it comes to Bitcoin, Bitcoin just moves a little stronger than other, tickers or other instruments out there because it's Bitcoin. They just have a lot more liquidity than a lot of these other stocks and instruments, so they can push the price down higher, or they can bring it up faster too. So for me, it's as long as it's staying in those, you know close to the mean, or whatnot. Like I said, the 58,000, the 57,000, then we're still bullish for Bitcoin. However, if we break the 57,000, that's when we get a little more bearish. That's when we get back into those 40K levels again. So it would have been nice if we could have hit 70K. But again, it's playing by the rules. It's selling the oversold zones. So I mean, that's actually a good thing, because that means it's trying to grow and become higher prices eventually, right? So we just have to remember that. And let's see if we're seeing anything else. Yeah, so you see it's in the green, so it has to go up, just like VIX, right? Just like any other instrument out there. When it gets in the green, it has to go up. So we are we're going to run into that resistance at 63, kind of the same level it broke over here. Not the price, but where it broke off this variance here. And so we might see 63 as a level for a test. And if it gets above that, maybe we'll start seeing those higher levels again. If we can't, then we might be falling into a downtrend with Bitcoin, which is not good at all, because then that's going to take longer to get to that 70K, and it might create new levels of new low levels that we don't want to see, for the holidays, of course. But it is what it is. It happens. So let's check out what Nessi's saying. So Nessie is got a little buy here at that 58,300, and I would say over 61,000 on Nessie. Then we could probably get to that 63,000, and then get up to maybe 65,000. But yeah, the 63 is a big test, though. All right, folks, and that's all I got for today. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on Friday. Peace.